It is finally time, guys, to do the very first case review video of the year, 2025. It's not even 2025 yet. When I'm recording this, it's still December. But, of course, I have the case in full for you guys, so I figured I might as well do the case review video now, because it's better to be early than late. And honestly, I am a little bit late because I actually found this case, I think it was around mid-November, so a couple of weeks ago now. Just, it's taken me a while to do this because I kind of wanted to review the two cards from it first, plus I had to do other case review videos. Unfortunately, I'll have to skip over case M because I don't have the contents from that case really at all, barely. just some of the, ones that have been in other cases, but anything new I don't have yet. I tried to order all the good stuff online, though, that will be in the half count case. Mandy Frienderbender's not even in the half count, so yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to skip over M for now. But we're here with 2025 Singles Case N, so it's all good. Welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Of course, you guys can probably see some pretty awesome cars here up front, but we're not going to be starting with them, of course. Going to put them off to the side and start off with some of the, less exciting stuff. I think I'll start actually off the year with a Sally. I mean, I love Sally. Sally's a great character, but he's kind of sad to see some of these more like original characters just get released so much these days. I know it's kind of a good thing if you think of it. Like, I mean, they're still popular, but that's the thing. They're really not anymore. I think people have kind of moved on. Like, if they wanted a Sally by now in 2025, they probably would have gotten one. Like, it's only like the little tiny kids just coming into cars collecting that would want a Sally pretty much now, Or like the hardcore collectors that want everything in the package, like me, I guess. But it's just that it's just not really worth it anymore to release Sally this much and release the King this much. And I mean, some of these other more like original cars, but I know, they look at it as a character that will sell without a doubt, but they never think like these original cars can be peg warmers. It's like, that's Mattel's logic. Like, if you're an original character, you're not going to be a peg warmer, but that is not true. Especially because I think there's like there is two Sallys in the full count version of this case. This is only the half count version with 12 cars instead of 24. So yeah, I don't like that. Starting off the year with a Sally, and obviously, as you already know, we're not getting a new packaging this year. This is it. Red Riders again for like the fourth year in a row. I know they changed it slightly over the years, but come on. It's looked the exact same since mid-2023. Pretty much the beginning, because they kind of started with the Red Riders packaging more like, I would say, closer to the beginning of the year rather than like the end. So it was like not really quite the halfway point. So it's been a while that we've been rocking with this packaging, and I'm a little sick of it, but I'm honestly past the point of being sick of it. I just don't really care anymore, to be honest. I mean, I want to, but I don't know, it's hard to care if Mattel doesn't want to change it. I do think they will change it for 2026, though. I think majorly, because I think they'll try to make it almost like look a bit retro like it did in 2006, because obviously 2026 will be the 20th anniversary of the Cars franchise, so I hope that they do something special with it. That would be cool, and just kind of like retrofit it. But anyways, yeah, here is Road Trip Lightning McQueen. There's actually two of him in the full count. Actually, no, there's two of him in the half count version of the... Oh my gosh. Two Road Trip Lightning McQueens in the half count version, I forgot. I was really wondering who the 12th car is in this case, because I was looking around at my collection of Case N cars, and I'm like, I only have 11. Where's the 12th one? I knew it couldn't have been anything too exciting, because it's like, where is it, But, yeah, turns out there's two of this guy, so thank you to the Fresh Trunk for actually helping me out, because I asked all my friends online, or a few people, and he was the only person that actually responded, so thanks to the Fresh Trunk and Mason for he tried, but he didn't know. I think he just thought it was race damage Mood Springs. So I got a little bit worried there for a second. I asked around the Canadian collectors, and he said race damage Mood Springs. You missed out on them, the new Thailand variant. I'm like, oh man, did I? I can't believe that. I can't believe I missed such a great car. But sometimes it happens. Nah, just kidding. Obviously, I only missed out on the second Road Trip McQueen. And I actually didn't miss out on it because I believe I found two when I got this guy. When I found the case. I found the case a couple times, actually. First at the Dougal Wally Mart in the city more, and then I found the case again at Amherstburg, but there was none of the good stuff. And then my grandma ended up finding me a slim hood, so I'll have 3, which is cool, to do maybe a custom or something of. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other cars that use this model that haven't been released yet, so hopefully I can do a custom of some sort from the Retro Racers days back in the 50s. But yeah, anyways, Road Trip McQueen, nothing too special. The only thing different this year is his card back. Same with Sally, too. Didn't really mention that, but I think it goes without mentioning. And also, every car this year is going to have 2 little barcode things here. I don't know what they're all about. Not barcodes, but just little, like, codes, I guess. I don't really know what they're for, but I don't know. There's 2 of them now instead of just 1. So I guess that's that. I don't really care. But I guess it just makes it more kind of like, I don't know, trashy looking, I guess. That's not the right word. But why have 2 codes if you can just have 1, you know? I definitely don't think it's an improvement, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, here's one that's kind of a little bit cool, I guess. Nile Speedcone. I think some people would say otherwise. I'm kind of happy he's back, though, just because, I mean, I hope he doesn't start peg warming, but he peg warmed a lot in the States because he was in 2023 on many different cases, and then he took a year off. Not really, because he was in the Racing 2-packs and the 5-pack. So he's really been released a lot, this guy, Nile Speedcone, one of the Salt Flats racers from Cars on the Road. But here he is on the Red Riders packaging style, Redder Riders, whatever you want to call it. Red Riders 2.0. It's got a lot of names. But, yeah, new card back, and first time just in general being on this packaging style. Not the case with McQueen and Sally. So kind of cool, I guess. I guess he was on this packaging style in the Racing 2-packs, but that's different. He's just so light, so I understand why he peg warms, and I wonder if he'll start peg warming in Canada now. He probably will. I would have rather had Byron Crashforth, but he's in K-Sam 2024 single, so last year, I guess, now. But, yeah, that case isn't coming, I guess, to Canada. That's the only one I still need to buy, I think, because I bought online Manny Frenderbender, GRC Cruz, and Miguel, the single. So now I just need to buy, what's his face? Byron Crashforth. Such an odd name, but I like it. And then here is Jackson Storm. So he's back in 2025. I honestly don't even know the last case he was released in. It's been a while, but obviously he was released in 2024. I just feel like he doesn't get released as frequently as he used to, which is a good thing. You know, I mean, he's just kind of like on the same level as the King now, I guess. The King gets released a lot these days, but I don't know. It's good to not oversaturate the market with Jackson Storms. I think Mattel finally learned that people kind of needed a break from him, and they gave us a break. Really, I don't even think, like, even in 2021, he wasn't sold that much. But 2021 was the last year I think that he was sold more frequently. But 2020 was, like, insane. 2019, 18, and 17, obviously, those years were just insane. You'd go to a store at any given point, no matter what store, and there'd always be like at least 20 Jackson Storms of different packaging styles from different years because they just wouldn't sell. So, good thing those days are over. I think even the days of like Royce Revsley and stuff peg warming are over too, which is good. But Jackson Storm is just all by his lonesome on the back there. So, kind of a meh card back. But the front looks good. I think it looks good on the Red Riders packaging style. But anyways, let's move on to, I guess, Winford, Bradford, Rutherford. This is a nice one to see back. Although not a new Thailand variant or nothing like that, so we're really not off to a good start. It's just been like new to package stuff, and most of it's just the card back that's different. So yeah, kind of a meh start to the year. But the RPM Racer number 64 from Cars 1, I mean, I just love to see the Piston Cup racers from Cars 1. I was getting a little bit sick of some of them in 2024, but I wonder if the same thing will happen this year. It probably will. I just like this guy. Actually, I like all the cars from this case that are Piston Cup racers because they all have the same model, and they're actually supposed to have this model. A lot of cars with this model don't, like on their diecast, don't actually have the model in the movie. Like Manny Flywheel, for example, who they just did in 2024. His diecast has this model, but in the movie he doesn't. So I like that all these cars do have it. It's a cool model. Just, I like the cars to have it when they're supposed to have it and not when they're not. But anyways, on the back, the card back, this is, I think, the same card back as the other ones, I'm pretty sure. So they haven't been changing around the card backs too much, but usually that's how it goes for cars that are all, like, released in the same case first. They'll have the same card backs throughout the year. But yeah, I've always liked this guy a lot. So I'll definitely review him soon because I don't have his Thailand variant opened up. And plus, my Chinese one is a little bit on the damaged side, so That'll definitely be a nice one to open. Who should we go with next? I guess Dave Alternators. Another one. It's funny because, yeah, Winford was last released as a single in 2022. So it's been a while. First time on Redder Riders, but not the first time on Red Riders. And same thing with this guy, Dave Alternators, the Revolting Racer, number 84. Not the first time on Red Riders, but the first time on Redder Riders. But technically, they were both on Redder Riders in the Racing 2-pack. So a lot of Racing 2-pack cars getting released as singles in this case. That's kind of ironic or a coincidence. I never know when to say coincidence or ironic. I think in this case it would be a coincidence, not ironic. But anyways, yeah, this is not a bad one. I feel like he's a little bit less exciting than Winford, but they're both pretty much on the same level of excitingness, I would say. It looks like the card back is a little bit different, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, they switched around these two. So Billy's on Davy's card back, and then Davy's on Winford's card back, and then, Billy's down here, where Winford is here, and then the rest of the cards are the same, except for Fillmore and the King are switched around. That's weird. I wonder why they did that. Like, these ones I can get why, because obviously, like, you don't want the car that is being sold on this card, on their card back, why would you look for the car again? It's kind of weird they changed some of the other ones around. Cool, though. I'm glad. I love when they do this. I don't know why, but I really like when they change around card backs. Anyways, here is the GRC Lightning McQueen. This one, I just love GRC Lightning McQueen. I know he was a big peg warmer over in the States, not so much here in Canada. More so his 2-pack with Shoe has peg warmed, I think, more than the single, because he's only in so many half-count cases. Actually, I think he's been in all of them. Every case that he's been in, I believe he's been in the half-count version of the case, too. This one's actually a little bit of a more significant card variant, though, because the new for 2024 badge is gone, so that's pretty cool. And also the card back is different, but it's kind of just a little bit lackluster because Francesco's gone. Now it's just McQueen. So same thing with Storm. This always happens, though, at the beginning of the year. They always just, for a lot of the cars at least, they just put one car. If it's like from, I guess, a smaller niche. Cars 3 shouldn't be a small niche, though. I guess he's the only one from Cars 3, though, in the case, Jackson Storm. So I guess it makes sense. Even the full count case, I don't think there's any other Cars 3 stuff, so maybe Cars 3 will be taking a back seat in 2025, I guess, but it kind of has in the last few years, so I guess that's not all that surprising. Seems like Cars 2 is going to actually be taking a more front seat in 2025, and Cars on the Road should be taking a back seat a little bit too, so hopefully we get some more exciting cars in 2025, and, it's not just all new Cars on the Road stuff, because I love Cars on the Road, but, we need some variety. Anyways, though, next up, let's move along to Strip Weathers, aka The King. Funny story, the other day, I was watching something on TV with my mom, and I don't remember what it was. I think it was The Voice, and for some reason they said, as also known as, and then they said AKA, and then like, wait a second, that's what that stands for? I never knew AKA stood for also known as. It makes so much sense now. I didn't even really realize that it was an abbreviation. I mean, I guess I should have, but I don't know, it's weird. But now, I'll never look at The King the same when it says Strip Weathers, aka The King. Strip Weathers also known as The King. Like, it makes sense now. I knew what AKA meant, I just never knew what it stood for. I knew that it meant, like, this is another name for someone, but I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, yeah, I love The King, but they could change the expression once in a while, just because I feel like he doesn't look good if, like, you want to make him look like he's racing. He doesn't match the expressions of the other cars. Same with McQueen, to be honest, but at least he has some more determined-looking variants out there, where The King doesn't. He's just always kind of looked like this. His expression on his diecast matches his artwork, and I like it, but I don't know, I wish they would change it, I guess, just at least for 1 year, just for something special. Maybe they will next year, who knows. But yeah, same card back as, I think, Winford, or one of these guys. Yeah, same as Winford. So, yeah, not too exciting, but that's alright. Some of the card backs will be the same, that's alright, I expect them to be. And then here we have Billy Oil Changer. So this one's actually more significant than the others that we saw in this case, because this guy hasn't been released in a little while. I think he might have just been in... Was he just in a 10-pack or something, or an 11-pack? I feel like he was recently, but either way, I don't really care too much about giant multi-packs like that. Don't really look into them. as being like official releases, even though they are. I think it was supposed to be in that Amazon one that never really came out. I think that's what it is. So I don't even think that's coming out anymore because all the cars that they were gonna do from it seem to be getting singles releases. Just like I forget who else was in it, but some other racers. Oh, Sage Vandersman. He hasn't been released yet as a single in a while, so maybe he will get released soon. My Name Is Not Chuck though. He was supposed to be in it, and now he'll be getting a singles release. So interesting. But anyways, Billy Oil Changer, the Octane Gain Racer, number 58. It's funny how I never had this guy before now. This is my first time getting him in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why. I guess I just never bought him online, so I must have never found them in a store. Back in the day, I wasn't really too into Piston Cup racers as a kid. It's more so concerned about getting the main characters and all the Cars 2 stuff, to be honest. Because they didn't really sell a lot of Piston Cup racers from Cars 1 when I was a kid. It was mostly the Cars 2 stuff. That's what I really started collecting. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I love the Piston Cup racers, but they've never been as special to me as they are to some people. Especially some of like the later ones. But this one was one of the first ones they did, actually. I think right after Aiken and Claude. It's funny how they haven't really had names all that long, but it feels like they have. I guess just because of when I started collecting a little bit later. Well, in 2009, I think it was, so not that late, Only 4 years or 3 years late. Not that late at all. But anyways, yeah, really nice to see this guy back. I'm interested to see. You can already kind of tell that his color's not accurate, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought it'd be. It's not really orange, it's more so yellow. But definitely doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. So I'm excited to get this guy opened up and add him to my Piston Cup Racers collection. But either way, only 2 cars left. That's it, guys, and then we'll be done the case. Well, then I'll read to you the cars that weren't in this half-count case that are in the full-count version of the case. But here is Slim Hood. This is a very nice re-inclusion. Has not been included in any cases since 2019, and that was his first release. So it's just a one case, one time kind of guy, I guess, and now he's back for 2025. Great to start off the year with a cool old retro racer. I already reviewed this guy. Really, really like him. Number 9 races for Sludge Cola. He's just very cool, and you'll see in my review that I'm not really exactly sure if he appears in Cars 3 or where he appears. Obviously, we don't know that we do know that he doesn't appear in Cars 1, but we don't know if he really appears in Cars 3. I guess we kind of do know that he doesn't, because I didn't see him in the movie. I mean, if you can find him, tell me where, but I think that no one's ever been able to find a picture, like a screenshot, from where he appears at in the third Cars movie. I don't think he does. But look at the back here. They put as seen in Cars. Obviously, that's wrong. I mean, come on, Mattel. We know he probably doesn't appear in Cars, or he doesn't appear in Cars 3, that's for certain. But he definitely doesn't appear in Cars 1. Like, come on. I mean, he definitely doesn't appear in Cars 2 either, or Cars Tunes, or Cars on the Road, but, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe they're onto something. Maybe they know that he doesn't appear in Cars 3, so they're like, what do? We'll just put as seen in Cars. But, I mean, it still would have made more sense to put as seen in Cars 3, since clearly he was supposed to, or, like, I don't know what happened. Maybe Mattel just created this guy by themselves for some reason. Maybe because they released the Cal Weathers, like, Thomasville Racing tribute guy version before Slim Hood, like a year or two before, so maybe they just wanted a racer that looked more similar to Cal, so that's why, like, they created this guy. I don't know. That's actually not a bad theory. I never really thought of that before. But yeah, he's really cool. Great to have him back. Not a new variant, but obviously the first time to be released with this packaging style. It's been a while since we saw him, but it hasn't been a while since we've seen this guy, Logan Gearsall. Definitely a welcome re-inclusion, but also not a long time since we last saw him. He was just released brand new in 2024 in the second last case of the year. One case, one time kind of guy, I believe he was, at least in the half count version. And yeah, so case L he was in, and now he's back for case N, so just 2 cases later. Obviously, I didn't really mention it, but we're not restarting the alphabet this year with the cases. I don't know why, but they used to do this sometimes, so guess a return to the past is what they're doing. Not bad, but yeah, he's a really cool ghost from the Cars on the Road Lights Out episode, the second episode. This year he has a new card back, and the new badge is gone, and he has that extra coat up there, which no one cares about. But yeah, his new badge is gone, so that's good. Glad they removed that, because he's not new anymore for 2025. But this is just a carryover. I don't expect him to get released too much throughout 2025. They do this a lot. They'll release a new car late in the year, and then they'll release it again the next year, but it'll be on, if we got a new packaging style, it'll be on the new packaging style. And this year they really didn't change the packaging style, but at least they did remove the new badge, so that's good. Definitely the highlight of the case, but Slim Hood is amazing too. Honestly, I'm kind of more happy they put Slim in here than Logan, but Logan was taken out of the half count version of Case L, so I am glad they put him in this one, because he's really cool. He's like a Model T Ghost. It's just really cool. I reviewed him too already, so if you want to check that out, please do. Obviously, I already reviewed GRC Lightning McQueen a while ago, and maybe some other ones too. I don't know. But I'm going to be reviewing Billy Oil Changer very soon, and then I'll review Winford and Davey soon after. And yeah, we'll see if we get any more exciting cars in the next few cases. We already know who's in the next few cases, but after that, it'll be exciting to see where this year goes, because it's not like the best start to the year, but it doesn't tend to mean anything anymore. We usually start off the year not too great, and then it eventually becomes better as we progress. But we're not starting off the year too strong, I don't think. But anyways, in the full count version of the case, there is an extra road trip Lightning. Actually, no, sorry, that's in this one. There's two in this case. I keep getting confused with that. But there's Luigi and Guido. There's an extra Sally. There's a Fillmore, Sheriff, Cars 1 Lightning McQueen, an extra Dave Alternators, an extra Billy Oil Changer, Margaret Motoray, so that's a nice one. I wish she would have been in this one instead of an extra Road Trip McQueen. And then Cryptid Buster Lightning McQueen, so new packaging for him, he's back. And then Road Trip Mater, Cave Lightning McQueen, and Barney Cones. Road Trip Mater and Cave McQueen, they have new packaging too, but it's not as significant because who cares about those ones, to be honest. But Road Trip Mater, I guess, is not bad because that's the newer variant, so that's not bad at all, actually. I kind of wish he was in this half count case. That would have been kind of cool, because Road Trip McQueen, there's two of him. Like, what's the logic there? I just want to know, what's the logic? Why put two Road Trip Lightning McQueens, non-new car, I've been releasing the heck out of them for the past 2 years. Why put two in a case with only 12 cars, the half count version? Like, why is that a good decision? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't been seeing him pegworm all that much, but just I don't get that. I don't remember them ever putting two of any car in a half count case in the past, so I think that's pretty bad that they are doing that now, and I hope that it's not something that they're gonna keep doing in 2025. I mean, they really could have put two Billy Oil Changers, they could have put two Dave Alternators. I mean, anything, even two Sallys would have made more sense than two Road Trip McQueens, or maybe not, actually. McQueen sells better than Townies that get released too much. But either way, that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of the case down in the comments below. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I think my favorite car, definitely is Logan, but honestly, Slim Hood, I might be more excited for him, like I said. But I already reviewed both, so if you want to check out my reviews of them, please do. But yeah, thanks for watching again. I will see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.